Hello everyone, this is Ross from Retro Dream Beam. I'm an eBay seller full-time. I've been doing this with my fiancé Netta for a couple years now. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm about to respond to a bunch of stuff, and Netta sent me a bunch of different things about Reddit and then like eBay seller advice and stuff like that. I have not looked at these, so let's go ahead and jump into the first one. What did I do? Seller sent me a knockoff item and lied about it being genuine and has now refused to refund me after I sent it back. This case is now closed. I think if you have if this says right here, this case is now closed, I think you can, I think, appeal it right there, but there's nothing else you can really do about that. That's unfortunate. That's going to happen from time to time. They said I was supposed to send it back by the 13th. I shipped it their way on the 9th and let them know immediately and gave them proof it was on the way. They just requested eBay to step in and then close the case. I'm in the US and they're in China. Okay. Yeah, this is not using eBay International Shipping Program. That's why I always use it. It's a little bit more expensive for the person buying it, but eBay, once you ship it to their hub, they will then cover you. And then the person said there was no way it was going to arrive by the 13th. Am I screwed? I'm so angry about the whole situation. They continue to deny that it was fake. Oh, okay, what is seller? Oh, the seller sent a knockoff item. Oh, that's rough. I misread that at first. That's brutal. Yeah, I guess there's nothing else you can do now. Because you got scammed. Let's see what someone says. Contact eBay. You clearly shipped it. Yeah, that's kind of rough though. You're gonna have to go through a bunch of different pages, try to find a number or something. You're gonna go through a bunch of robotic messages. This is gonna be a pain. I guess it just depends on how much the item is. It doesn't have to reach them by the date of list. It only has to be shipped by the date listed. You say you did this. Did you use the return label eBay provided? Did you make sure? Yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on with this one. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next. All right, customer crazy or is it me? Question mark, question mark. You've had a week. I've placed 3 orders a day after you and still have all of them shipped with tracking and they're moving through. So what's your excuse, dude? Honestly, I don't need to hear back from you. Just ship it. All right, so yeah, this happens all the time where people just think that all of this stuff ships out from the same shipping hubs. There's a bunch of different hubs for the post office. I've had people, they're like, oh, you're one state over. Why did all these items from across the country get to me first? You're not shipping it. And then if I go look at our tracking, it's already on its way. Just they go through different shipping hubs, distribution centers. They can get stuck because the post office will be understaffed or someone's just going to be lazy not shipping it, or you never really know once it's out of your hands into the shipping distributors. Hey, run out of my 10 plus years of shipping, never had anyone come at, 10 plus years and you've never had anyone come at you like this? Wanted to hear your thoughts on it, if I should proceed to ship it or not. Yeah, you definitely should ship it. I'm not a person to, they asked you should just ship it. They don't even want to hear back from you. So yeah, I would go ahead and ship it. 10 years of shipping, that's great. This has at least happened 100 times to us for 4 or 5 years. I guess this person might not ship as much as us. Not bragging, I'm just saying this kind of message of I placed my order, where's my item? Sometimes people will place an order on beginning of Saturday. Our post office closes pretty early here on Saturday. I'm not sure about other states, other towns, that doesn't matter for me. So yeah, they close pretty early. So if an order comes in an hour or two, I'm not going to be able to go all the way to the storage unit, come all the way back, pack it up, ship it out, get to the post office and ship it out. So yeah, there are people who purchase stuff on Saturday and they start asking right away, where's my item? Why did it not get shipped out? Post office is closed on Sunday. So yeah, that happens all the time to us. This person also says, background, had this customer place their order on the 21st. Currently have my shipping time. Oh, it's 7 days handling with me being on vacation. Today, the 24th day, as I'm getting ready to ship. I guess it's vacation mode. I received back-to-back messages from him or her stating it's been more than a week. False claims. Well, it has been about a week, right? It's not, I guess, not more than a week, but you've taken a long time to ship it, right? This is the shipping days, probably 7 days. I don't know if they put it on for business days, because that's gonna be more than 7 days. What should I do, or advice for the future? I guess we only did the vacation mode once. It was in 2021. I was uncomfortable to do it. It was during the holiday season. We happened to get lucky because there was a week where, I think it was in 2021, the holiday December, where packages were just so backed up that eBay had to eventually tell people yes, we'll cover you if stuff's late, meaning that we can't get or eBay sellers can't get negative feedbacks or any of that will get removed. I remember that was crazy times, but we happened to be in, I think it was Colorado at that point. So we happened to get lucky and be on vacation mode for that week. Therefore, we had a handful of items sell, but no one messaged where's my items, because also I think the news was talking about how like backed up the post office was. So like we were lucky to have people understand it. But yeah, I guess like you can still have the vacation mode on. I think it's gonna hurt your algorithm, but what else are you gonna do? You can shut down your shop if you want. That would be the other advice. I mean, the other thing is just ship this out, and that's all you can do. Let's see what someone said. Probably be better to put the shop in vacation mode in the future and change the automated messages to reflect this. Okay, I wasn't even aware, and then I did the vacation mode, so I guess you can do messages. Oh, this person can also apologize to the person. Just let them know, hey, I'm sorry, I was on vacation. Maybe even say the place if you're comfortable with that. I'm shipping this out by the end of the post office hours with tracking. That's usually what I say to people when they are like antsy about packages. I will let them know, because they just want to know when are they going to get their package. So I let them know that like, hey, I am shipping out. Like someone bought something Friday, they asked me about it. I think like this Friday, I'm recording this on Sunday, and then they asked me some questions. I said, hey, just to let you know, I'm going to have tracking provided, and this item will be shipped out by the end of the post office day on Monday. And then they were like, oh, cool, awesome, thanks. That's all they really want to know. People just get like nervous. A lot of people have ordered a lot of stuff from Amazon. Amazon ships pretty quickly. Well, I don't know about these days, but they used to ship pretty quickly. It says, to me, 7 days handling seems overly excessive without the information and backup line. I guess so. All right. So I guess this that have some kind of message. All right, next one. USPS will not do home pickups of more than 6 packages. Oh, okay. So I haven't read this full thing yet, but we signed up for the ability to have someone come here and pick up all our packages at home. Never got a response. We actually were told it was this weird scenario. I stopped going to the post office. I would go to the post office, and then they would want one of those scan sheets. But a scan sheet is not a true service scan. You have to actually get it scanned for eBay at the register and get a receipt. This will cover you for anything eBay related, and then also covers you for the post office for like any of the insurance, like Ron Bench has up to $100 in insurance. We've been burned before. I don't want to go too deep on it, but you have to get a true service scan. The scan sheet does not count. Let me just give an example. Imagine if we use the self-service kiosk, right? Let's say if I had 10 packages, I go to the self-service kiosk, I scan 10 packages, I put them in my bag. I don't do this, but this is probably why it's not considered a true service scan. So you put them in your bag, and then you go into your car and you go like, oh, I have a bunch of packages that the post office lost. They're going to see if you did the self-service kiosk, or if you had a receipt at the register, or if you did the scan sheet. So I know 99 out of 100 times you're going to be okay using the kiosk, also the dropping them off, and then also like with all that stuff. But we've been burned before, so I make sure to get a receipt. But also, sorry, I got onto a ramble. So we signed up to have someone come here because they kept telling me, they're like, okay, well, if you're not going to do the scan sheet, we can just pick them up at your place, and that's also, I also think that they scanned them. I'm not actually sure how it works because they never happened. Never got a call back, never had a person come in. So I go back in and I ask again, you know, where's can I sign up for it? And then they give me another sheet, different person, and I keep signing up. So I think it's up to your like local person if they want to do it or not. So we end up not having someone ever respond to us. No phone call, no nothing. I think eventually Annetta got like a voice message like 2 years later, like, oh, hey, do you still want this? But it's like, they weren't trying to assign us someone. They were just asking if we still wanted it. And we were like, okay, whatever. I'm just going to go every day. It's not a big deal. I actually get along with I'm lucky. I have a lot of good postmen, postwomen near us. Super awesome. Seriously, I'm super lucky. 3 of the 4 post office near me are very, very good. Super lucky with it, so I don't mind going there. All right. Now let's actually get to this. So I scheduled a pickup of 25 packages for today to go out. Had a confirmation number and everything. My mail carrier came, left the mail, did not pick up the packages. I had to go to the post office anyhow to mail off a certified letter, and I asked the desk lady what the deal was, and she had me talk to the supervisor. He told me that according to the collective bargaining agreement between the National Association of Letter Carriers and the U.S. Postal Service, the letter carriers are only required to pick up no more than 6 packages at a time. See, this is the post person didn't want to do it, right? Like they're going into the legalese. That's so good. They do not have to pick up any more. He was very firm about this. So my letter carrier saw the 25 and said, forget this. I'm not picking up any of them. And that was the end of that for what it's worth. Yeah, I guess it is what it's worth. It depends on like the person, I guess, you're assigned, your post office, if they want to do it or not. Also got to understand that these places are generally understaffed, in my opinion, probably underpaid, for like the cost of like shipping being increased and stuff like that. Not too many raises have been given to counteract that. So like you got to understand their perspective, but also it sucks. Like we never had someone pick up packages, and this person's like got some legalese about some association. Sorry, give me a second. Someone said right here, mine just picked up 10 today. Yeah, you'll have people. I've had the same mail carrier for 10 years. It usually comes between 2 to 3 p.m. If I'm not done, I just shoot them a text. Yeah, see that you like know the person, and he comes and picks them up at the end of his route. Okay, yeah, so that's just, it really depends on the person. Nothing else you can do about that. All right, buyer claiming package it had a lot of bugs. Oh, this is gross. Had lots of bugs. Yeah, bugs do like cardboard and paper and if there's any moisture, if it was like left in a hot day in the post office truck, who knows, where it goes. All right, let's see what this said. So they sold a candle. Whatever you packed in must have had food or other organic matter on it. When I opened the box in my home, I was crawling. Oh, with ants and squigglies. I dropped the box because it startled me. Yeah, it's gross. And the box turned on its side, spilling the bugs out. I now have to have the rug disinfected and professionally cleaned for fear of having missed some of the bugs with my vacuum. That's kind of obnoxious. The last thing I need is an ant and fly infestation, all because my email is completely disgusting. Pictures are attached. Well, I don't even want to see the pictures. Okay, so there was one time, it had nothing to do with eBay, and I did not get mad at the carrier person, but and there was no like food or anything. Like I said, they like cardboard and stuff like that. All right, so there was this one time that I opened up a box and there was like 10 or so black ants. And I just think like, sometimes when boxes don't get fully sealed, like ants can go through they can go through any little crevice and crack. So yeah, they got in. I was like, I immediately put the item outside, dealt with the ants, and then went back to my business. But yeah, I definitely left it like outside of our home in like a baggie just to like deal with it another time. So yeah, I don't think this is the seller's issue. And this person said, please help, I sold a $50 designer candle. Oh, a candle, maybe it had something that they like the smell of. That retails for $98. Buyers claiming the box had started bugs in it, dead bugs, baby bugs, ants. Yes, yeah, I actually had a package with ants. She purchased on Thursday 4 a.m. I shipped at 2 p.m. same day, arrived one, stayed over Friday afternoon, got a message today, Sunday around 5 p.m. that the candle was mailed in, had all of this stuff in it. She sent me photos and it's truly nasty. Yeah, it happens. The box that was stored in her desk in an office in Manhattan, New York. I have no bugs under it, certainly no ants. I padded with lots of crumbled printer paper and a large poly mailer. Once I packaged everything, I took it straight to the post office. She's claiming I shipped with food matter, but that is not correct. The package came from Amazon and was delivered before this box was sealed with Keurig coffee pucks. They had no Keurig. Yeah, you never really know. Like just because you can't see it, you can't smell it. Like bugs, specifically ants. Not a fan of ants. They have really good, I don't know if it's sensors or they can smell that stuff. That's kind of why like when you clean up with vinegar, I think it kind of prevents them from smelling stuff. So we have like, we'll get ants once in a while and then we'll like clean the floors with like hot soapy water with like vinegar, I think. Don't actually mix chemicals, and that is usually the one that does it. So if I'm misspeaking there, I just do know that ants, the vinegar kind of cleanses, like it makes them not be able to smell. All right, I'm afraid they might do witchy stuff on me with bugs. I'm afraid they might do witchy stuff. Yeah, you better be careful. I'm getting laid off from my job. Oh, that's sad. I decided to sell this candle. A person had gifted to me. Oh, that's sad. But like that's also like the good thing about eBay. It can like kind of cover you if you're not doing this full time. You can get a little bit of money. It does help. I do resell on eBay, but selling this is because it's a high price candle and I needed the money. All right, yeah. Let's see what someone else said. OP went over this with picture of friends and updated. Tell them to completely return if they're unhappy for a full refund. Looks like a chancer to me. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, always. Yeah, I guess for almost everything, I will ask for a return. There's a lot of people who all of a sudden change their mind for one way or another, if their claim was good or not. I believe this one. I think that the person who wrote this post also said that there was pictures. So yeah, but I've had a lot of returns not happen because I will say like, hey, I'm sorry for whatever the issue was. There was like some Warhammer figures. They were metal ones. We packaged them pretty nicely. And then the buyer said that they were like smashed to smithereens. They showed me some pictures and I was like, you kind of have to like literally try with like a hammer. My guess is we have really good packaging. They probably took their hands, ripped open the packaging. The miniatures went flying, fell on the ground, and then they claimed that they were damaged. They asked me for like, there's a refund 66% of the price. They told me that it was damaged and completely unusable. It was literally a miniature broken in half, it would have taken glue to snap it back together. But then I asked them to do a return, and I apologized. And then they actually started the return, but they never shipped it within 30 days. So we were good. They probably ended up just gluing it together. Maybe they felt guilty that they, in my opinion, probably did it themselves. All right. eBay randomly removed my items for counterfeit. Oh, this is so annoying. This is probably why Aneta... Okay, all right, I have to go on this. Yeah, I have a bunch of stuff. So Aneta said recently, I think it was maybe on Mercari, we had a couple of... It wasn't for counterfeit, but it was for licensing. I think it was a couple of cards for the old vintage game, the Dungeons and Dragons miniatures game. They're like cards. They usually have cards that go along with the miniature. It's a whole game. I think it's from like 2000, 2006, something like that. So only a couple got removed from Mercari for like license, or I forget like the official terminology. I was so annoyed. But yeah, I've also had, I have some cards to this card game, and the person who must run the card company, anytime I list them, they report my cards as fake Cards Against Humanity cards. They're not. They're just black and white party cards. If you know Cards Against Humanity, it's a satire card game with a lot of inappropriate jokes and stuff like that. So they also have black and white cards. So I noticed that the only person who's selling that particular side brand of just party cards is the only one that has the listing. So I tried to list it twice, and it got hit for a counterfeit of Cards Against Humanity. I did not use Cards Against Humanity in the title. I just did black and white party cards. I did not put the brand. I actually put unbranded. So yeah, that kind of stuff. I'm like, okay, this person really wants to be the only one that sells that particular card game. I think it's probably the brand themselves. Not knocking them. It's just kind of like annoying. I'm like, it was like a $20 free shipping card game. They probably make like $8 after fees and shipping because the cards are heavy. But yeah, that happens. I don't know if we got any other counterfeits. All right, I think I may have unknowingly uploaded a counterfeit item in the past, and I wouldn't do that again. So I only upload things I'm confident are authentic. And eBay randomly took down these 2 listings after they have been up for a few months now. Even with the 5 watchers, I even contacted support, and support denied my appeal. Yeah, it's probably just being run by like an AI algorithm or something. I'm not like a big AI fan, and this is just like that. This is a consequence of that. So you're probably getting denied by AI support, and you're probably getting these taken down by AI. When I contacted support, the customer service person, they talked to the person, was kind of very understanding. They even said that they would remove the policy violation if they could get, but they're bound to, wait, what did they say? The policy violation if they could, but they're bound to some policies. I have had this happen to me a few times in the past, and I don't want to get wrongly banned for this. Any suggestions would be helpful? I guess like just don't list these. You can give them for friend, donate them. Yeah, at that point, just don't list them. I wouldn't relist them. I try to relist the thing that I talked about, the party cards, and the same thing happened. So someone said, so you've had at least 3 listings taken down for being inauthentic. If so, I'd be very careful the items listed from here on out, and also go over what you currently have listed and remove any iffy items. Yeah, I guess they said that they didn't know. This is probably just a person just like grabbing clothes and having fun selling stuff. All right. Someone said, I bet someone reported them for being fake. Possibly. But yeah, I guess just my advice would be not to list them again. All right. Accidentally purchased too many shipping labels. Oh no, I did this. I actually don't know the solution. I did this one time. I had to do shipping labels, and Etta does them 99.99% of the time. There was like a week where she was super sick, and I had to take over everything, and I had to basically learn on the fly. She couldn't even get like advice. She was like really sick. So yeah, I had to take over everything, and then there was a time I think I like printed labels wrong, and then I think what you do is you go into the program, and I think you have to like ask for like a refund or something. It takes like a week or 2, and then your bank has to process it. This is a guess, and then it normally does this, but let me see. Hello guys, so I recently sold 3 items on eBay. It was my first ever time, so they're excited. So I went to buy a shipping label. I was messing around with their website and went to buy a new one, unaware that the price deduction would stack on top of the old shipping label. Anyways, I ended up with too many and lost out on a ton of money. Is there a way I can avoid these and get the money back? When I pulled up to the USPS, they made me print out another label because the first one was the shipping label itself, and they needed the QR code. And oh man, I guess they're learning all these lessons. When you're starting new, that's great. Which caused 2 of those extras. Someone said you can cancel the postage, but it's going to take, there you go, 1 to 4 weeks. So I guess, whatever Annetta told me is correct. For them to refund you the money for the canceled labels, go to Seller Hub, Orders, Labels. From that page, you can select Action for Label, then Cancel. There you go. All right, and then I probably put that on there because I messed it up. All right, label direction. Oh, this actually. Oh, this is crazy. This actually looks like our box. They say that this is a 4x6 box. We've done 4x2s. I don't think Anetta's bought them again because we didn't have many issues. But yeah, we always think about like where to put the scanning part. You want the person to be able to scan it. You want it to be flat. You also don't want it to be in a spot where there's like bumps or can get ripped. How would you apply this 4x6 label to this box? I feel like it's backwards and should have a large barcode on top. I actually, before I see what other people say, this is how I would probably do it because I'm picturing the post person looking at that. They can see the address. I think they're just going, yeah, they can see the address right there. And then when someone's scanning, I think it's still kind of clear. They can kind of see they can just like pick it up, turn it aside, and scan it right there. To me, this seems fine. Let's see what other people think. I've sent more than one with the barcode like you've shown. I don't think the barcode direction matters because the barcode readers scan all sides of the package today for the barcode as it moves. Oh, I didn't even know that. There you go. I learned something. All right. I was just thinking about the person at the desk who scans it for you. I like to put the label on top of the person doing the door delivery to read. There you go. All right. So I was like, this is similar to someone else. All right, that's cool. We always are thinking about this, and Ned and I, like how to put the label on. So I know other people probably think about it. I don't think there's like a full correct answer for everything other than you want to make sure that the postman can read where it's going to, and then it can be scanned properly. For me, the person at the desk, and I guess like apparently the machine just scans all sides. So I guess that doesn't matter at that point. So that's the best you can give advice for someone on that. All right, last one. A bit confused on this. I put all the dimensions and weight correctly on my listing, but eBay charged them $43 for shipping when it costs $13 for the label. Let's see, subtotal $29. Here, let me pull it up. Subtotal $29, shipping $43.07, sales tax $304, $75. Okay, all these transaction fees, shipping label $48. Okay, so my guess is the seller probably had an incorrect weight or dimension. They said that they put the correct thing right there. So let's see what someone else says. I usually offer to send them a partial refund. Oh yeah, definitely you can send them. It's just good karma. I think technically like the customer paid for that. So like we're of the mindset of give them the extra shipping. We have a lot of repeat customers. It is kind of the right thing to do. There's never a point where we're so desperate for like an extra $25, $30 from shipping or something like that. So yeah, I guess but you could keep it like the person paid, they said they saw $75, they paid for it, they're happy. There are times where someone will do a combo order and then we send them we refund the excess shipping after we print the label. That's when it does it. That's easiest for us is after we pack all the items for the day, we print the labels, I go drop off the stuff, she then refunds the excess shipping. It's a nice little system we have. But then there's been a lot of times where those people come back and they go like they weren't expecting the shipping, they didn't ask for it, and then they'll buy more stuff. It happens a lot with our miniatures, which is super good. Like it just it like snowballs where like they'll buy more miniatures and they'll say something like, "Oh, thank you so much." And then we refund more shipping, and then like a month or two later they come back and get more. So yeah, we've been really lucky with repeat buyers, but it's also probably because we have a bunch of stuff that they want and that we treat them properly. But I wouldn't blame someone if someone paid $75 for this and then they kept extra money. Like it's a weird situation. Let's see what. Oh yeah. All right, let's see what else. Anything else? Don't worry about it. Profit is profit. You're running a business, not a charity. The buyer agreed the shipping charge was fair when they paid for the order. Yeah, see, this is where it gets awkward because like if it's just like for me personally, the end game of eBay is not about the money. We need the money to pay bills, but it's specifically in my head, my end goal is to feed both of the cats, and then to feed Anetta, and then myself next, and then to have us healthy. And that's kind of like how we run the eBay. So it's not just like, oh, profit is profit, and we're running a business and not a charity. But I understand this, I guess. It just depends on what you think. All right, that was an interesting one. All right, that's everything. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Have a good weekend.